I realized happiness is a tough battle. And that's the only thing that I will ever fight for. I'm so lucky that I no longer live in the era of my mother and grandmother, where life and career choices were so limited. I grew up in Johannesburg, Lenasia, and family meant everything. It's been 22 years since the independence of South Africa, and the pace of change has become even quicker. One thing that comes out strongly are the changes in the roles of men and women that present diverse and conflicting views on the position of women over time. In those days, the process of looking for a job was very difficult. I recall buying the newspaper, highlighting jobs that were available, and calling every single company until I would get an answer, and I would go through the process of being questioned in terms of my profile, experience, and one question that would come out at the end of the call, and that is, what is your race? I would say I'm Indian, and the response would be from the agents or from the companies, I'm sorry, the job advertised is only for whites. If you were not white, you were not allowed to work in the dealing room. But I did the job of the dealer that went on maternity leave, and I was placed on the third floor with intercoms linked to me. And that's the way I used to communicate with the guys downstairs in the dealing room. They were on the first floor, I was on the third floor. Despite my hard work, my determination, my growth, and I can see I was going forward, I was being given the opportunities, but something was holding me back all the time. It's very, very sad that I've only realized that after so many years, what was holding me back. Coming from that apartheid struggle, coming from that cultural diversity where, this is who you are and that's where you remain, and you're always going to be on the back foot, had actually set me back from a confidence level to reach where I needed to. No matter what, believe in yourself. Never allow a man to patronize you. Education those days was actually something that was a privilege to us, and more so if you were a woman, depending now on the culture and all of that. Some cultures didn't think that women needed to be educated till matric. When I finished standard 9, I can remember my dada, my grandfather, telling my mother that now she's finished studying, she needs to leave school and get married. Women were supposed to be in the house. So my grandfather believed that if you educated women too much, they would be influenced by the West. So in my community, it was that no, you don't educate women. And my mother actually opposed that. So it's not even normal for those days to be standing up against your father-in-law, your husband, to say that you disagree with him. Disagreeing with a male is not acceptable. By keeping women at home intact, they felt that it also allowed them to control that space. My mother fought very hard for me to finish school. My mother was very passionate about learning, being educated, being independent. She wanted to finish school, and due to her family circumstances where she lost her father and she had to be the breadwinner for her mother and her family and her brothers, and she was then obviously also denied the opportunity of completing school, and she took the step forward to support her family and do business to run the household. And if she didn't do that, those days in the apartheid days, when Indians came to South Africa, they were living in Germiston, Donfontein, Germiston. The older people of the community said, "Oh, okay." That's when her father died. "Oh no, now you need to. There's no men in the household now because her brothers were very small. We need to send them back to India." Okay, and that's when my mother said, "No, I will stand up and support my family." And mainly, she always said to me, "You need to be independent. You need to have your own house. You need to have your own car, so that even if you get married one day." Marriage is not about a man looking after you financially. Marriage is about love, partnership, and you need to be able to have everything of your own, so that you, if ever things go wrong, you know you can continue your life. You are not dependent on a man. So yeah, that's what she believed in.